So we've created our program, we've simulated it, and we've downloaded, and everything seems okay. So we're happy with the program. Now I want to create the HMI screen so as I can control the light from there. So first thing I need to do, this is on another piece of software. So I need to go to Trial, right at the top under Devices, right click it and add object. As I said, this is everything that's physically connected. We've got PLC, we've got the IO bus, now we need the screen connected in. And if you go down the options, you'll see it's panel CP600, so I'm going to select that. And I'll add that in. Straight away up here at the top, you can see panel project has been installed. So I just need to open that now. It's going to be a new one. You may have had a panel you've built already. You can reuse that one, just rename certain items in it. Again, now we need to decide which unit we've got, and in HEG08 we've got the CP610, and we can also determine the orientation. Do we want it upside down, up or down, left or right, things like that, depending on how you're going to use your monitor. So we're going to use our monitor in portrait, so I'm going to leave it like that and just say finish. And this is our screen that we've got. So the white area represents the screen that we can see. That's what it will look like. So we just got to put our button and our light in there. We'll just keep it simple for the time being. So if you look on the right hand side at the top, you can see you've got something called a widget gallery. These are all the things that we can add into our screen. So I'm going to want a button, so I'm going to select button. Again, got a big choice of what I want, and I want button with an icon. I'm going to have square blue button. Drag that in. That's it. Nice big chunky button there. So I need to go to my widget gallery, and this time I'm going to put a light in. So again, what have I got? I've got lights here. Click on that, open it up, rectangular, rectangular. Oh, I'm having a round one. And I can drag that to what size I want. So we've got our screen, we've got our button in, and we've got a light. The next thing to do is link the program to the panel builder. So the button here needs to be linked to button 1 in my program, and that's what we need to do next. And this is where I said it was important to remember where you saved your program. So let's go back to ABB. So we've got button 1 and light. We want to take those with us, and we want to record that information so we can use it. So what we need to do is go to application and add in an object, and the object I want to add in this time is going to be symbol configurations, the symbols I've used. Right, so now we've got this symbol configuration page. What I need to do is hit build. That's just to make sure we've checked and brought everything in. So if I open all these, there's lots of things that I can create a file on. But all I want to create, all I want to use is going to be my green traffic light, and it's going to be my button 1. Nothing else I need. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm okay with that. So now I need to save it, and the way I save it is in build, and I go down to generate code. That's created a code, and it's put it into a file that I can take and put into my panel builder that will link everything together. So that's done now. So now I can go back to my panel builder. So a couple of things I need to do first. First, I need to tell it which PLC that it's going to go to get its information from. Remember, there's 10 PLCs. If they're all switched on at the same time, it won't know which one to go to. We need to tell it. So I do that in protocols. So I'm going to add my PLC in, use a drop-down menu, and remember it was version 3. So I'm going to click that. So now I just need to identify the IP address of the PLC that I want the panel builder to go to get all its information. And that's going to be on my cabinet in front of me. And mine is going to be 192.168.1. And the last PLC is going to be 25. So I just need to put 25 in that last one. Okay. So now it knows what PLCs it's looking for. Now we've got to download that file that's got all the information regarding the input button and the output light. And we do that in tags underneath it. So I'll double click on that. Again, I need to go and find the file now. So I hit this. It gives me 3 dots so I can tell it the location of it. So I can drag it in. And mine was in ABB programs, trial 1, and you can see straight away there's the what I need. You might have to search about for it. Depends which last folder you were in. So I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to say open, and it's got 2 tags there. So tags are just names that are identified with certain commands. So if you look at the first tag, it's the green traffic light, and the second tag is button 1. So I've got everything now. Now I just need to link those into the buttons that I've got. So if I click on button 1s, on the right hand side, I've got some things I can set. I can set the color of the button when it's off and the color of the button when it's on, things like that. So you've got a bit of flexibility. If I click events, it gives me a bit of an idea of what I can do with them. So I'm going to go and go OK. I'll press a little square and cross in the corner. Remember, these were called tags, so I'm going to go down to the tag tag menu. Lots of things I can do. I can transfer data, I can set, reset, write, I can deactivate groups. There's so much things I can do with that button action. But what I want to do is switch it on and off. I want to toggle it from on to off. So I'm going to hit that toggle. Now I've got to go and link that button with the switch in the program. So I'm going to hit that, and I want it to be operated on button 1. Okay, that's done. So my button's set up now. So every time I press that, it will activate the button 1 in my program. And now I want to do the same for the light. Again, highlight the light, and you can see value. There's an A, a 0. We've got to hit the plus. And you can see I've got my green traffic light there. I'm going to double click on that. And that's done. So I've created my HMI screen. I've put a button on it. I put a light on it. Now what I need to do is send that screen to my HMI. So there is a little button up here, and you can see it says little arrow down, download to target. So I'm going to click that. Again, it's going to do the same sort of thing. It's looking for HMI screens that are connected into it. They're still working. So now it's finished. Now if I select this downward button, I should be able to see all the HMI screens that are connected to this network. So you can see I've got 8 of them. So again, I'll look to my cabinet. It says HMI is 192.168.1.026. So this is the one I want to send it to. And I'm going to press download. Now that is going to send that image to the screen. Okay, now we can close that. And if you look on your screen, you should see the same image. You should see the button there to press, and you should see the light. All we do need to do now to get this to operate is go back to our program. ABB. That's it. And now when I go online, log in with online changes. Yes. Now we can run the program again. And now it will pick up our screen. So it's in run mode because I left it in run mode. So now I should be able to just press the button on the screen and the light comes on and the light goes off. The light comes on and the light goes off. So the only thing I haven't done, this one little thing I've missed. So if I go back to my program, click on my light, I haven't changed the colors. So there's no color when it's off, but when it's on, it's got orange default. So I just need to change that to green. Okay. And now I need to send that down again. So because I've changed it, the changes won't get recognized within the screen. So I just need to do that again. Again, it takes a little bit of time to download it, but you know, it is working. Oh, it's me going to press download, haven't I? And if you look at the screen now, then that button has changed to green. Now, when I press the button on the screen, the green light goes off on the screen and it goes off on the cabinet. Press it on again, the green light comes on and the green light comes on the cabinet. So that was basically how you set your PLC up, create a simple program, check that it works, send it to the PLC and complete the HMI screen. So with some of the more complex programs, we're just going to have to add a few more things in, but you've got the basic idea. If you get stuck with anything, then you can just come back and revisit these videos and they will show you the sort of things you have to do. You know, you may have 4 or 5 buttons and things like that, but the process will be the same. Okay.